The episode opens with Masha intensifying her complicated relationship with David, who remains deeply skeptical of her retreat, Zauberwald. Hoping to break through his emotional walls, she invites him to a private session that includes a powerful hallucinogenic blend. Once the substance kicks in, they're pulled into a surreal, dreamlike vision of Prague, a place tied to the early days of their romance in the 2000s. The scene transforms into a shimmering cityscape of gold-tinted rooftops, fog-covered rivers, and twisting perspectives, symbolizing the messy emotions and unresolved pain they share. Their trip uncovers a relationship once full of passion, but overshadowed by sorrow, especially the loss of Masha's daughter Tatiana, and David's role in a betrayal that tore them apart. Rather than giving clear answers, the episode relies on fragmented memories and emotional tension to expose their buried regrets and guilt. Elsewhere at Zauberwald, the retreat's psychological pressure takes its toll on the other guests. Sister Agnes begins to question Masha's approach more openly, her spiritual doubt deepening as she butts heads with Martin, Masha's fiercely loyal second-in-command. Their strained conversation hints that even Martin may be starting to waver. Meanwhile, Victoria, struggling with an unexplained illness, breaks from the program by sneaking off to a village tavern for a quiet glass of wine. Her small act of rebellion is tinged with sadness, a desperate attempt to reclaim a sense of control amid the retreat's overwhelming environment. Tensions also come to a head between Tina and Wolfie, whose creative collaboration in Episode 4 ended in disaster. In Prague, their simmering frustration erupts into an intense confrontation. Tina, once a gifted pianist, resents her lost potential, while Wolfie struggles with his own inadequacies. Their shared space in the ballroom, once a place of harmony, now becomes the setting for their emotional fracture. Meanwhile, Brian, Murray Bartlett, reveals more of his backstory after being reunited with his old suitcase. We learn he was once the host of Crabapple Clubhouse, a beloved children's show connected to Masha's late daughter. This revelation adds another layer to the mystery, suggesting Masha may have chosen her guests based on personal motives rather than their need for healing alone. The climax brings Masha and David's psychedelic experience to a dramatic conclusion. David, overwhelmed by resurfacing memories, accuses Masha of manipulating him for her own unresolved grief. Her vague, unsettling replies point to a larger agenda involving her secretive technological project, which remains unexplained. The episode ends with David walking out and Masha silently watching him leave, her face unreadable and her true intentions still hidden. Review: Prague stands out as one of Season 2's most visually daring and emotionally layered episodes. It plunges deep into Masha's fractured inner world while continuing to explore the retreat's effect on the group. Nicole Kidman delivers a captivating performance, blending an icy composure with flickers of pain that make Masha both mesmerizing and hard to pin down. Mark Strong is equally strong as David, portraying a man unraveling under the weight of past choices. The Prague sequences, brought to life by directors Jonathan Levine and Anthony Byrne, are rich with surreal imagery and architectural distortion, perfectly matching the episode's psychological themes. That said, the show's sprawling ensemble continues to be a challenge. With so many characters competing for screen time, some like Imogen and Peter barely register, and their stories feel underdeveloped. The conflict between Tina and Wolfie, though well-performed, revisits familiar emotional ground. Meanwhile, the mysterious device that Masha seems to be building is still frustratingly vague, making it difficult to connect with the larger plot. Despite these issues, the cast elevates the material. Dolly De Leon brings quiet intensity to Sister Agnes, whose inner turmoil keeps the more surreal elements grounded. Christine Baranski is excellent as Victoria, mixing dry humor with raw vulnerability. Murray Bartlett adds warmth and mystery as Brian, especially with his touching connection to Crabapple Clubhouse. At its core, Prague wrestles with the moral ambiguity of Masha's vision, asking whether she's truly trying to help others or just seeking redemption for herself. The lack of clear answers may frustrate some, but the emotional and visual complexity keeps the episode compelling.